Through the first 1.5 years of this series, Dorian Thompson Robinson was our franchise quarterback. But long story short, we eventually had to move on. I don't think it was the right fit. There were just too many missed throws, too many mistakes, and I thought it was just easier and better for both parties to get a fresh start at quarterback. So we decided in the offseason to move on from DTR, trading him for a early second round pick, and now he has found a home with the Detroit Lions. They are 500 on the year at 6-6, and they are on top of the NFC North, and it looks like DTR has found a permanent home, and I think that this is a very good fit for him, and I think he's got a lot of growth that he is able to make with the Lions. 16 touchdowns, 10 interceptions in his first year. I wouldn't say that's great, but his completion percentage is at 65%, and I think it's going to just get better. I mean, looking at his weapons around him, he has a really good running game with Jahmyr Gibbs. He's ran for 614 yards, 3 touchdowns. Amon-Ra St. Brown is still there. Amari Cooper, Jamison Williams, Sam Laporta, Donovan Peoples-Jones. I mean, he has a lot of weapons at his disposal. And then the Lions have a pretty good defense. They signed Khalil Mack in free agency. It looks like he found his fountain of youth a little bit. He has 7.5 sacks in his first year in Detroit. And they also had the number 1 pick in the draft in Matthew Pitts, who is pretty good, but has not made an impact because they signed Khalil Mack in free agency. So they should be good for the future. He also has the fearmonger X factor. But how about the Oilers? It's been a few days, and we are 6-5 sitting here on a 3-game win streak after I thought we were just going to pretty much not tank this season, but this season was going to end up being a disappointment. But we have turned it around. Keon Carter, the rookie out of Tennessee, has been pretty good, but has only thrown for over 3 or more touchdowns only once, and that was back in week 2 when he played the Tennessee Titans, and that was on the road in a win, 27-24. We did sign Branson in free agency. He got cut by the Bengals. He was a 3rd-round pick, actually, and got cut by them. And he is an athletic guy, a guy that we could see in some packages, and a guy that adds some excitement to the offense. Antonio Gibson has been amazing. The last 3 games, he's ran over 100 yards, and all 3 of those games have been wins. So we know the formula to win. It's to give Antonio Gibson the ball and run for over 100 yards. In those games, we are undefeated. So that is going to be the recipe pretty much going forward to see if we can squeak out these wins and keep this win streak going. We have a couple of upgrades, actually a lot of upgrades in this episode, starting with Quincy Hall, who has been amazing for us. He is 2nd in Rookie of the Year voting because of his ability to score touchdowns. Trey Battle, also a very good weapon for us. I mentioned Branson. Battle is kind of the same way. He can line up at receiver. He can run the football as well. We switched him from receiver to running back, and he has been great. Dave Washington leads us in tackles so far this year, the former Rookie of the Year. He is at 80 overall officially. He's going to start to unlock some new superstar traits, or I guess some abilities. And then Casey Burton leads us in interceptions, and then Heath Burnham leads us in sacks. So Casey Burton having a pretty good second year, better than his rookie year, I would say. He is getting beat a little bit, but that's because he's more of a risk taker. And then our first rounders this year, Von Cross has 2 sacks, and Nick Woods has 1. And then Terrell Harvin, who was our superstar X Factor surprise after season 1, he is only 78 overall, and I would say he's had minimal impact. He had a couple of good games, but only has 1.5 sacks to his name. I'm hoping that he, has a great ending to this season. But besides that, we have a ton, and I mean a ton of upgrades after this 3-game win streak. You can just see all of them here. Sidney Brown has an upgrade. Remember, Sidney Brown still starting at safety. I've given him more of a chance because honestly, we don't have any better option, and I think that he has been developing so far in this series. I think the one thing that he struggles with is covering bigger tight ends. They just have a bigger frame, bigger target radius, and I think that Sidney Brown struggles with that. He's only 5'9", but a lot of upgrades around the board. Julian Wiley has an upgrade. You see that I want to improve his catching, only at 79. And that's maybe the reason why he's not getting as much playing time as he really could be. Jesse Fisher Jr. has an upgrade. He's been excellent as our number 3 receiver in this lineup. Eric, wow, I can't even think of his name. Johnny Coupet Jr., Willie Wayne Jr., all of those guys have upgrades here. And I think that we are going to really build something really cool in this series. And I think that building through the draft, we had a bunch of 4th rounders in year number 1. We had, quite a few draft picks that were late in drafts, and they're actually turned out to be pretty good. And also, along with our undrafted free agents, all of the juniors here are undrafted free agents. So we have some guys we are going to build this team around, and we'll stick around here for years to come. So here we go. Getting into this Detroit Lions game, we will see what can happen in this one as DTR faces his former team, and we are in his building. So we're going to have a tough time here on the road versus a good 6-6 Lions team. So Jack Podlesny gets us underway here at Ford Field, and we'll start this game on defense. DTR has a ton of weapons to work with. Amari Cooper, Jahmyr Gibbs, obviously Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, a lot of guys here. We'll see if we can stop them today. So here they start at the 25. Here's a throw to the right side. That's going to be a completion to Jameson Williams for a gain of 12 yards. He's going to be guarded by Casey Burton for a lot of this game. 1st and 10 again. Here's a throw to the right side. And here's Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And he puts up really good spin on Burton again for a gain of 12. Now close to the 50-yard line this time. Here's a handoff. Gibbs breaks free. He's got space and gets to about the 30-yard line, and it is a first down here for Gibbs. And now they're already inside of field goal range. Here's DTR again. This time a throw to the flat, and it's Laporta. Gain of 8. A nice little drive here for the Lions. Another throw to the flats again. This is Amon-Ra St. Brown, and he picks up a gain of 4. This offense is efficient. These short throws going for chunk yardage. And now they get it to the 15. It's a 3rd and 8. This time, DTR under pressure. He goes down. It's his former teammate, Derek Copeland, 4th-round player out of Cincinnati. We've been waiting for Derek Copeland to show these, flashes like that. And he gets to the quarterback and ends the drive. Keon Carter comes out onto the field. 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. The first carry of the game goes to Gibson. It's a gain of 2. We know the formula to win, and Gibson has been hot lately on the ground. Play action fake now. Carter waiting for somebody to get open, and he just gets hit while throwing that one away. And it's incomplete, bringing it to a 3rd and 8. This time Carter under pressure gets hit on the throw, and it's going to be incomplete. And Keon Carter is shaken up on that play. So he will have to come out of the game. More to come on that front. But now we have a defensive possession here. We'll see if we can stop DTR from driving the field again. At his own 27, DTR throws to the right side. He's got St. Brown pushed out of bounds by Dave Washington. And we do get an injury update. Bruised sternum for Keon Carter, and he will be out for the game. So we'll see who comes in at quarterback, as we have a couple of options. Here's DTR throwing deep down the right side. That's caught! Jameson Williams, touchdown! Wow. 98 speed Jameson Williams, and DTR has never made a throw like that with the Oilers. His weakness was throwing the football down the field, and he just throws an absolute dot on the run. 10-0. And it's Deion Branson at quarterback. He hands off to Antonio Gibson, and he picks up a gain of 6. So it looks like Coach Eddie George is going to the running attack here with Branson and Gibson as he hands it off again, and that's a gain of 4. We have two quarterbacks on the roster right now that are healthy. It's Phillip Waters and Branson. Here's a play action fake, and Branson tries to throw across the middle. That's going to be incomplete. It looks like he's just going to keep rolling with them too. This isn't just a package. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw down the right side looking for Quincy Hall. Incomplete. And now it is 3rd and 10. At the 29 now. Forcing Branson to throw the football, rolling to the right side and throwing this one. And that went to nobody. Incomplete. 0 for 3 on Branson's first drive. So now here we are on defense. Here's DTR. He has the quarterback draw. He's hit hard. Christian Barmore forces the fumble, and Dave Washington picks it up. What was DTR thinking on that one? You can't take on Christian Barmore one-on-one, and he gets absolutely tattooed. And now we're set up inside the 15-yard line. So here is Gibson now getting the carry. He pushes forward. That goes for a gain of 5. And now we get it to the 6-yard line here. Another handoff. Gibson finds the space, gets to the 1-yard line, and he tries to stretch it out for the goal line. He will be stopped just short. It's 1st and goal. Here's Branson, a quick throw to Gibson. It's a touchdown. Gibson will score from 1 yard out, and the Oilers are on the board here. And we do score the first touchdown of the game for young quarterback Deion Branson. So here's the end around. This time to Jamison Williams, and Von Cross is there to start the next drive. It's a loss of 2. Play action fake now. DTR trying to scramble away, and Christian Barmore hits him. Oh, they're not going to credit him with the sack. It looks like he threw the ball away. It's incomplete. It's 3rd and 12 now. More pressure from Barmore. DTR rolling. He was buying some time with his legs. Throws this one out of bounds, and it's a 3-and-out here for the Lions. So here's Branson back on the field. This is going to be Gibson again, and he hasn't had much room to run the football today so far. Only a gain of 5. At the 44 now, 2nd and 5. Here's a lob pass to the right side. That's caught. And what a touch pass from Deion Branson. Hopefully that will get him going. It's Marvin Mims for a 1st down. More RPO action, it looks like. Throw down the right side to Quincy Hall, and it's going to be knocked away. It looks like that was Irv Smith Jr., actually. He had inside position, couldn't come up with a catch. 3rd and 10, throw across the middle. This one's caught, and that's a 1st down to Jesse Fisher Jr., and it's going to be a 1st down as we move into the 2nd quarter. At the 22 now, here's Gibson, his longest run of the day. He gets to the outside, a gain of 15 yards, and we're inside the 10 now, and it's goal to go. So here's Branson now, throwing across the middle. This one's caught. It's a touchdown. Irv Smith Jr. for the score, and you got to love this throw from Branson right here. And remember, Branson doesn't have the strong arm, so a lot of these touchdown throws, a lot of these throws altogether are going to have to be anticipation throws. Doesn't have the arm strength to squeeze these throws in there. So 14-10 now. Here's DTR throwing this one out of bounds. He was looking for his receiver. Heath Burnham is shaking up on that play. It's a 3rd and 8 now. This is going to be DTR moving to left side, throwing back to the right, and he just throws this one out of bounds. So DTR with 2 straight drives with 3 and outs. And here we go back onto the field. Here's Branson throwing across the middle. He's got Marvin Mims, the number 1 receiver on this team, for a gain of 8. And now it is 3rd and 2. Handoff. Gibson tries to find the lane, and he is stuffed. So now we have to punt the ball away. And now here come the Oilers on the punt team. And it looks like we get this one punted away, but it looks like Townsend got hit on that punt, and Tommy Townsend will draw a penalty flag, and it is going to be roughing the kicker on the Detroit Lions. You got to be kidding me. They had that drive stopped, and now our offense comes back out onto the field. Probably a big-time mistake here from the Lions. So here we get the ball back now. It's going to be a 3rd and 5 close to the 50. Looks like a little RPO action. Thrown to Irv Smith Jr., but there is a flag on the play. And you know this call on an RPO is always holding, but it's really illegal man downfield. They're going to call that on Sean Harris. So now we're back to the 41. 3rd and 15. Branson throws on the right sideline. This one's picked off. Looking for Marvin Mims on the wheel route. Branson eventually runs down the defender, and it's Stallworth who comes up with the interception, the second-year pro. And it looks like that was actually a pretty good throw, but that's what I talk about. We have to throw these with anticipation, and with the arm strength, it just doesn't get there strong enough and fast enough. So here's DTR now back on the field. The first play is a touchdown. It's Sam Laporta up the seam, and it was a good read by DTR, and Detroit takes the lead. 17-14. Here's Trey Battle now with a little jet touch pass. He picks up a gain of 8 on that one. Branson is going to have some issues throwing the football down the field, but with his legs and with these short yardage plays, he's going to be pretty good. Gibson with the first down on that carry as we get it to the 41. Here's Branson again, throwing to the right side, and that's incomplete. He's got to make those throws, though. Those are the gimmies. It's 3rd and 6 in the pocket. Throwing short and incomplete again. Another easy throw from Branson. He does have 2 touchdown passes today, but he's got to clean up some of these throws. So here's DTR throwing to left side on the start of the next drive, and that one is caught. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. He gets to the 41, pushed out of bounds, and now we're at the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Here's DTR, a quick throw to the left side, and it's Alani Rutherford in coverage, in press coverage, and Amari Cooper picks up the first. So now 1st and 10 again. Screen pass call. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. He has blocking, push forward, and he picks up a gain of 9. Some positive yardage gains on this drive here for the Lions. It's 3rd and 1. Here we send a cover 0 blitz. A throw to the right side, though, is caught. Amon-Ra St. Brown, and DTR reads it right away. He's seen a lot of that in practice. He knows what's coming. And now there's 33 seconds to go here in the first half. DTR rolls out of the pocket, throws this one away eventually, and gets this one out of bounds. Von Cross was hawking him down right there. And they do eventually settle for the field goal on this drive and do take the 6-point lead. But they do give us 24 seconds to go. Here is Branson now. He has all 3 timeouts. He steps up and scrambles right here and gets down. It's a gain of 13 yards, and it's a first down. We call our first timeout. 19 seconds to go. This time, Branson takes off again. He dives forward, and it's a gain of 8 at the 45 now. 14 seconds to go. This is Branson again, throwing short. It's Irv Smith. He gets pushed out of bounds at about the 44, so we don't have to burn one here, but we have 8 seconds to go. We need about 8 to 6 more yards, 6 to 8. Here's Branson throwing short. It's Gibson. He fights forward to about the 34 and gets down with 2 seconds to go. A pretty good drive here at the end of the first half, setting up Jack Pudlesny with the 51-yarder, and the kick is good. The Oilers squeak 3 points onto the board there before halftime and make it just a 3-point lead. But you got to love the way DTR's playing versus his former team. So here we go, second half action now. Deion Branson still at quarterback here for the Oilers. No Phillip Waters. Here is a big run. J-Ron McAllister starts out the second half with a 16-yard gain and a first down run. Now at the 41-yard line, this is Gibson who checks in. He has a big gain as well. Down the left sideline, breaking a tackle and picks up a gain of 15 yards. He's approaching that 100-yard mark with about 27 more yards. Here on a 2nd and 10, this is a throw to the left side that is incomplete. Looking for Quincy Hall downfield. It's 3rd and 10. This time throwing across the middle of the field, and it's incomplete, but a big hit by the safety will draw a pass interference. I'm not sure about that call, but we will take it. And we set up here at the 19-yard line. Another big penalty from the Lions after getting the team off of the field right there. That would have been a punt. So we eventually get it to a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 at the 13. Here's a throw to Irv Smith. Touchdown. And it looked like he ran like a mini arrow route right there. And Smith gets into the end zone for the touchdown. And it looks like Irv Smith will have his second score of the day, 24-20. So here we have the lead back on defense now. Here is a throw to the right side. Heath Burnham is shaken up on that play, but Detroit converts the first down. See another carry. This time Jahmyr Gibbs makes the man look silly and picks up a gain of 7, but only 5 carries for 32 yards here for Jahmyr Gibbs. So now a 2nd and 3. DTR throw to left side. It's picked off. It's Bryce Hall with the interception. He just jumped up and got that one, and DTR thought he could fit it in, but it looks like Bryce Hall was sitting right there waiting for that one. Shows off the athleticism and comes up with the turnover. That's 2 today for Detroit, as here is a pitch play out to left side. That's going to be Trey Battle, and that's going to be loss of 4, and Irv Smith Jr. is shaken up on that play. And now at the 43, it's a 3rd and 14. Branson throws short, incomplete for Battle. Actually, that's Quincy Hall. And we're at the 43. We're out of field goal range, and we're not going to go for a 4th and very long. So we have to punt that away. So the interception doesn't even matter on that drive. So now they set up inside their own 10, but DTR gives them some space as a completion for a gain of 10 and a first down. So here's DTR again. Throw across the middle. It's going to be caught by Amari Cooper, the new signing here in Detroit. He signed there after season 1, and he moves the chains as well. At the 36, DTR, he tries to scramble away, and James Houston, and it looks like Nick Cross get there to the quarterback in the backfield. And now it is 2nd and very long. DTR moving. He gets hit on the throw. It's completed to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who actually loses a couple of yards. And now it's 3rd and very long at the 24. They need 23 yards on this play. Here's DTR. He moves out of the pocket, and he gets hit. It's a sack. The rookie out of Georgia, it's Von Cross. The 3rd sack of the game on DTR. And now we get the ball back with pretty good field position at the 41. Here's Gibson now, a carry, a big one to the left side, putting on a move. And Gibson to the 10, the 5, touchdown. We knew it was bound to happen eventually. Gibson has had a long run in each of his last 4 games, and this time he puts on a move and he hits the Jets. And he's gassed at the end of that play, by the way, but he still makes it into the end zone. And I want to say thank you guys for telling me to lay off the turbo and juking. So now it is 31-20 as DTR trying to get his team back in the game. There's a quick throw right there for a gain of 5. Down 11, pressure on DTR, throwing deep, and that's a good play. It's Sidney Brown with the knockaway, and now we have possession back with an 11-point lead with a chance to extend it. Here's a quick throw after a penalty. That's Deion Branson finding Jesse Fisher Jr. for a gain of 14 yards. Branson now, handoff. Gibson's in the zone, and he picks up 4. And now we are 1 yard short. It's a 3rd and 1 situation at our own 43. Another carry. Gibson finds the space, and he needed 1. He got 2. It's a first down as we start the 4th quarter. Gibson still in the zone now. Single back formation for the offense. Here's a deep shot down the left side, and it's knocked away. That could have been disaster here for the offense, but it's knocked away by the safety, bringing it to a 3rd and 9 at the 47. Branson tries to scramble forward, and he does pick up 7. He needed 9, though, and it's 4th and 2. At the 46, we decide to go for it. Here's Gibson, a carry. He fights forward, but he will be stuffed. So the Lions will come back out onto the field on offense after a big 4th down stop. And now here's DTR in the pocket, rolling to the right side, throwing that way. He's got Laporta again. And this one will be another 1st down here for the Lions offense. So now here they are at the 33-yard line. Under center is DTR, but this time it's a big-time tackle for loss. It's Christian Barmore with his 2nd of the day. And now they get it to the 36. 6 minutes to go here in the 4th. Here's a throw on a slant, thrown behind Jamison Williams, and it's going to be incomplete. And now it is 3rd and 12. Another throw to left side, but this one's right on the money. It's Amari Cooper beating the rookie Alani Rutherford for the 1st down. And now they are inside of the red zone, set up here at the 15. 2nd and 10 throw to a wide open Jamison Williams, and he can't hold on. It's a big drop. And now at the 15, it's a 3rd and 10. Here's DTR in the pocket, a clean pocket. He eventually moves and throws to the end zone, and that's incomplete, looking for Laporta. And now it is 4th and 10 at the 15. They're actually going to kick the field goal. Probably a smart choice right there to make it an 8-point game. And here comes Branson with a chance to have a very long drive here and put this game away. The first carry is going to be Gibson. He breaks it free. That's a big hole for Gibson. He's at 160 yards rushing, over 150 for the 4th straight game. Here is Battle now, a jet touch pass. He has space. Look at the speed. He gets tackled at the 22-yard line, and it's a 1st down. Battle, he can stretch the field like no other, and it is a 1st down. Sideline to sideline, he's the fastest player on both teams. Here on the 2nd and 9, here's a play action fake, and a wide open Quincy Hall for the touchdown. What a play call design, getting Quincy Hall behind the defense. How did they not see him on that one? And it's the 4th touchdown pass of the game here for Branson, and it's 38-23. So here are the Lions trying to come back in this one, and that one is a screenplay. That one actually loses a yard, as now it's 3rd and 11. DTR under pressure again, throws all the way across his body and somehow finds Amari Cooper open. So now they're at the 50. DTR throws to the right side. It's going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown against the rookie Alani Rutherford, and St. Brown gets the best of Rutherford, and now they're inside of scoring range. Now it's a 3rd and 7. DTR under pressure again. Nick Woods forces a throwaway. And now it is 4th and 7. No field goals will do it here. Under a minute to go. DTR, this could be the game. A quick throw. It's Laporta. He has it inside the 5. It's a 1st and goal. At the 3. Here is DTR scrambling. It's a touchdown. We've seen a lot of that in Houston. And DTR makes it a 1-score game. 38-30, the onside kick is on. It's bounced off of the hands of an Oiler, and guess who it is? It's Julian Wiley. We acquired him for a myriad of picks, and he does that. So now Detroit, down 8, 2 timeouts, has about 40 seconds to drive the field. Here's a deep shot. DTR, incomplete. And that one falls to the ground. And now it is 2nd and 10. At the 40, DTR throws across the middle of the field. This one's knocked away by Casey Burton. Amari Cooper almost had an amazing one-handed catch right there. And now it's 3rd and 10. 28 seconds to go. DTR under pressure again, and this time he throws it away. So now it's 4th and 10 at their own 40. They haven't moved an inch yet. Here is DTR, trips to the right side, quick throw. It's incomplete. Knocked away by Sidney Brown, and that will be the game. The Lions had a chance right there at least to tie the football game up, and they couldn't even move a yard. and the Detroit Lions, led by DTR, will drop under 500, and now the Oilers will go 2 games over 500, and it's the Branson game. 15 of 34 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. I would say he was not very, very impressive, but he did what we needed him to do to get the job done. He scrambled a little bit, ran for 24 yards. Gibson ran for over 100. And like I said, the formula to winning these games is Gibson needs to go over 100 yards, and we are 5-0 in such games. And how about this? I mean, this has been amazing. Gibson has been great. Casey Burton has been pretty good this year, and he's been improving. And I think that there were a couple of plays where we had some coverage, I would say throwaways. It wasn't any coverage sacks, but coverage throwaways where we were just blanketed the coverage, and then DTR had to throw it away. There were a lot of throwaways by DTR today. He only took 3 sacks, but it was an impressive win on the road versus a pretty good Lions team, to be honest with you. They had a lot of pass rushers, and we gave up no sacks. There was a scenario going into this game where if we rushed for a certain amount of yardage, our linemen would get a certain amount of XP, and we ran for 150 to 199, so they got 4,500 XP. The one good thing coming out of this game is that Keon Carter does avoid a long-term injury, but in real life, if you get injured as a quarterback, you're not rushing back, so there is a big possibility that he could be out next game. I just want to keep this really realistic. And in looking at the playoff standings, we are actually in the 6th seed right now, and we would be facing the Bills. So that is actually really, really cool to see how this team has turned this season around, going from what we were 2 games under 500, now we're 2 games over 500. But I think next episode we could see another Branson game versus a division opponent in the Denver Broncos. So now we are 7-5, and we'll see if this win streak continues. We are now at 4 games, and it could easily be 5 with the win at home. We only have 2 more games at home, 1 versus the Broncos and 1 versus the Commanders. But then we play the Houston Texans, we play the Chiefs and the Broncos on the road still. So we have a very tough ending to this season, and we'll see if we can continue this winning. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. Took a couple of days off. I was on vacation, so I appreciate the support and the patience. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I like getting money, I got time to get it. Target on me, so my car's a tinted. Dancing with the devil, I don't bargain with it. Bobbing in the dash, and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side. But I'm from the east side, this how we slide. This how we ride, yeah, this how we ride.